Look at what we got here today. We've got the Emperor in reversed, and he's connected to the Seven of Cups in reversed, along with this Two of Pentacles in reversed. And so there is a masculine energy here, I have to say, coming through that is too caught up in his ego, distractions, indecisiveness. I do think somebody's past is catching up with him, and I think he probably believes that a feminine that would always be there waiting for him to get his act together, she's stepping into her power. She's choosing herself. She's choosing her path. And we've got a masculine here coming through that is being hit with a lot of regret, a harsh reality of his own inaction. And I do think he's losing his footing, not only in his personal life, but also in this connection. And so regret is feeling very palpable in the message today. So if this is your message and you know that your counterpart is watching you move on, I think stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss this message today. Hey, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. It is Laura, and we are going to talk about these energies today. We've got several aspects playing out with the moon. We're going to talk about how this could be directly influencing you on your spiritual or twin flame journey. So stick around because these energies do feel like a pretty dynamic blend of stability and transformation. We've got the moon in Taurus today. It's going to be sextile Mars, Saturn, Venus, Mercury. It's also going to conjunct Uranus, and then it's going to move in to Gemini, which is all about duality. And that Gemini energy, I feel, is bringing in a tower with a Page of Wands energy. And so when the moon enters into Gemini, it's going to almost instantly form a sextile to Neptune that just went into Aries, and then it's going to form a trine with Pluto. And so these energies really are asking us to move forward. That's really what this energy is saying, but we've got to move forward with intentionality and purpose. And so right now there is a sense of grounding in this emotional depth because the moon in Taurus is a very grounding energy. And with Saturn, Venus, and Mercury all in the energy of Pisces, and we got to keep in mind, Venus and Mercury are retrograde. There is a lot of Piscean energies coming through. And so this does spark a little bit of unpredictability, especially with the moon in that conjunction to Uranus, which is all about surprises. It's all about change, right? Uranus is unpredictable. And so what I do feel happening with the retrogrades in this combination is a lot of sudden insights that are going to shift us, that are going to push us forward, especially with that sextile to Neptune and Aries and the moon when it moves into Gemini, because this is pretty big energy that we're being asked to navigate, connected to changes. And I do want to say connected to conversations and communication. And so with that trine to Pluto and Aquarius, we are being invited to really use our intuition. I do feel this is kind of where action meets imagination, and there's going to be a lot of new ideas coming forward. So stay flexible. That's going to help you make the most of these energies today. We got to keep in mind moon transits don't last very long. They last for about a few hours, a couple of hours. But with how many transits do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 transits with the moon today. You might feel like you're being pushed and pulled in all kinds of different directions, but there was quite a few blending of energies connected to the tarot. Let's talk about that because I was shown the King of Wands with the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands to the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Wands to the Six of Cups. And so there's a power couple here coming through. The King and the Queen of Wands, they are a power couple energy. They are visionary leaders. They're spiritual leaders coming through today. I was shown the Ace of Wands with the Death card in reversed, along with the Two of Wands and Judgment. And so that tower energy coming through with that Page of Wands, I do feel could be an unexpected new adventure. And then we closed off with the Fool, the Hierophant, the Empress, and the Eight of Wands. And so what I want to say is these energies, I do feel, are reigniting some type of passionate energy. As one person breaks free from emotional stagnation and takes charge, there's another energy here where I feel a feminine coming through, not only in a sense of nostalgia, but also in this energy, I want to say, of integrating past wisdom, connected to patterns and bringing that into some type of present endeavor. And so there's on one side of the scale, I feel stagnation, I feel complacency, and on the other side of the scale there is like a victory here playing out. And so I don't know if two people are stepping into their power, but I do feel there is a significant transformation taking place. There's like a rebirth of inspiration coming through. There's a letting go of what no longer serves you on your path. And this is all aligning us to our highest calling. And so get ready for sudden changes. I do feel we're going to need to take that leap of faith, whether it's in a career or a relationship. We also have to stay grounded and remain grounded in our values and our morals, because I do feel there's like this energy of creative momentum, and there might be a quick decision here that will swiftly progress you forward, but you got to nurture that idea and you got to be willing to take a risk. And so let's see what needs to come through with the cards. Before going into the cards, I just want to mention I do have a blueprint, a soul's blueprint guide in order to help you decode your birth chart. So if you would like to decode your birth chart to see how these energies are going to be affecting you, just comment down below free guide and I will send you the link to download that free guide to understanding your placements, to unlocking all of the insights, connecting them with the astrology insights that I bring forward in these daily messages. So stick around, let's pull some cards and let's see what needs to come through today. Let's dive right into this message today. We've got the Wizard of Awareness. We also have the Gentle Gardener and the Education card that came out. And so there is an Empress, High Priestess energy coming through. And I do feel a wounded healer. I do feel a very gifted Divine Feminine coming through. With the Education card, I just feel somebody here has grown through their challenges. I could be talking to a spiritual teacher, a spiritual coach here, Divine Feminine that is a healer, that does readings, that has a YouTube channel. But I first want to talk about the cards that came through on the cut. If you remember, it was the Unexpected Visitor card and it was the Ride the Wave card. And so this energy, I feel immediately is bringing forward like a sudden shift, a sudden change, especially connected to the twin flame dynamic. It feels like twin flame energy has been very loud in the readings again recently. And that Ride the Wave card, for me, it was this energy of, I feel, a new wave of twin flame unions coming through. And you may find yourself in separation or somewhere in between. But I do feel if you find yourself in separation, I think get ready for some unexpected communication. With that Unexpected Visitor card, I do feel there's something here that's building. There's something here that is likely being anticipated, and I think there very well could be a face-to-face encounter, and it might catch you off guard, Divine Feminine. I feel like I'm talking to a Divine Feminine, and with all of the current astrological energies playing out, especially with the Moon conjunct Uranus, there could be surprising, unexpected breakthroughs, which could bring forward surprising, unexpected communication. So I first want to talk about The Wizard of Awareness. And so if you notice, we get the 3 spiraling circles behind this wizard. And so I do feel something about threes. If you didn't watch the forecast for the twins yesterday, I will tag it to the end of this video, but there's very significant 3 energy coming through this week, and I don't want you to overthink it, right? Especially if you've been in separation and you haven't heard from your counterpart in a while. I just feel we're marking a very pivotal moment in the collective, and I do feel you need to stay present. You need to be receptive. This is representing, I want to say, Divine Feminine, the importance of mindful presence. Right now, you may find yourself more aware of your thoughts, more aware of your patterns, and how they actually have been shaping your reality, especially when it comes to the twin flame dynamic. And so you are being reminded. Take a step back, observe rather than reacting. If you are feeling triggered, if you are feeling caught in some old cycles, maybe you're closing out a 3-year pattern here, I just feel you are being called to ground yourself, to tune into this wisdom, because I do feel this is a powerful message I want to say about tending to your own thoughts. There's a very nurturing energy. My lights just flickered, so there's a strong message about tending to your own thoughts today. Your thoughts and intentions do create your reality. And so this is a reminder too about what it is that you nurture within yourself will blossom within your outer reality. And so there's a big energy I want to say about planting seeds of love, compassion, and patience, both for yourself and your counterpart coming through in today's message. And I do feel the masculine is also becoming more self-aware. And so there's somebody here not only in the process of learning and growing, but I do feel this is a big energy of gaining deeper understanding and awareness, not only about yourself, but about one another in this counterpart situation. And so I do feel there's a lesson coming through connected to emotional vulnerability. I do feel the Divine Feminine is deepening her understanding, I want to say, of surrender and trust and her esoteric gifts. There is a lesson here, I feel, that is creating some type of challenges that do need to be integrated before some type of union, because they are showing me that 9 of Wands card, okay? And so right now I want to say these cards together, they are bringing forward a pretty powerful message. There's something here being cracked open. And I want to say there is like this grandmother figure, I feel, watching over a union from the other side. I feel a motherly figure, a grandmotherly figure coming through. And so I think the guidance here, I want to say, is stay present. Tend to your own garden, worry about your own path, really listen to your intuition, and keep learning and growing from all of these experiences, okay? Let's break it down with the tarot, because this spread is kind of getting to the cut here. If you remember, actually on the cut, we did have that 10 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. And so there is this energy of a painful cycle coming to an end where it's likely the Divine Masculine. And I do feel this is the energy of the final surrender, feeling defeated, overwhelmed, all of those energies kind of washed over me. But that 7 of Wands is the energy of the teacher and mastering a lesson. And so standing up for yourself, standing your ground, there's a very resilient energy coming through today. And I think the masculine is realizing he's basically fighting against the inevitable. These feelings, this connection, it needs to come into union. And the more that this is resisted, the more it will bring forward pain. And so let's talk about this top row. We've got the 2 of Pentacles in reversed. We've got the 7 of Cups in reversed. And we do have that Emperor in reversed. And so there's that masculine energy. And he's having a big fall from grace, right? The Emperor in reversed, I want to say, is loss of control in this message today. So if we look at this top row, I just feel the masculine is feeling very chaotic. He's feeling very unbalanced. I do feel there's this juggling energy, maybe juggling too many things. I always do look at this 2 of Pentacles as the energy of realignment. And so I feel the masculine maybe is juggling responsibilities, emotions, or even another connection. That's pretty loud. And now that this confusion is creating instability, the masculine, I feel, is creating a huge fall in his life. I do feel there is this energy of illusions being stripped away. I do feel the masculine is starting to see the truth, but he's losing control. There's this very ungrounded energy connected to this Emperor card in reversed. And I do feel this is like a major wake-up call, right? And so I feel a lot of the masculines in the collective are struggling to step into their full power. I do feel that's a very strong message coming through today. And I do feel this avoidance or this indecision has really negatively impacted this twin flame connection. And I do feel that the divine feminine is stepping into that pre-empress, right? We get the 9 of coins in the middle row. We get the sun. And we get this magician reversed. And this is actually connected to the Emperor card in reverse. And so I feel the feminine is coming into some type of enlightenment, connected to the counterpart, knowing that the masculine is not showing up here, coming out of confusion or illusion about the masculine. It's the energy, really, I want to say, of taking those rose-colored glasses off. And so the feminine, the divine feminine, is showing up strong. She's showing up in her power. I do feel this confident energy. The feminine is in this process, I want to say, of building her own happiness. There's joy, there's illumination. She's choosing to focus on her own path of growth and well-being. While the masculine, I feel, is feeling powerless, not even sure how to approach this situation, how to move forward, or even how to manifest union at this point in time, because he is going to have to step up to meet the divine feminine's energy, which is clearly on the rise. And that has been a consistent message throughout the readings recently. And so I do feel as the masculine is thriving, or as the feminine is thriving, the masculine is watching her thrive, which is also creating deep-seated triggers of inadequacy or feeling blocked from taking action, because the feminine, I want to say, is in her glory. And so let's talk about this bottom row. We do get the 5 of Cups in reversed, the 5 of Pentacles in reversed, and the 9 of Swords in reverse. And so there is a strong theme, I do gotta say, of healing. I like that these are in reverse because the challenges are coming to an end. There is a lot of change here. I do feel this is the energy of moving away from regret, releasing regret, moving away from feeling left out. This is breaking free from all of those sleepless nights filled with anxiety. And I do feel both counterparts are in a phase of shedding past wounds. I do feel there is this stepping out of the darkness, stepping out of the shadows, coming forward. And I do feel the masculine is finally getting ready to acknowledge where he went wrong. That's really what is coming through with the Emperor, the Magician reversed, and the 9 of Swords reversed in this last column here. And so I just feel there is this energy of needing to take steps towards reconciliation or healing. And the bottom of the deck is pretty interesting here. We got the Judgment card. We've got the Page of Swords in reversed. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in reversed. There's that King of Cups in reverse. I do feel a very strong Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Your masculine could be a water sign, or you could be, but I feel here is the masculine on that standalone island, and he's laser focused. He's digging a little bit deeper here. The Page of Swords to me is like really watching in the shadows but not talking. I want to say watching the feminine build her empire without him, and he's watching, and there he is still on that standalone island, and it's almost like those emotions are going to engulf him, and he's watching the feminine walk away. He's watching the feminine fill her own cup and manifest her own wish fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups. And so I feel this is really a strong moment, I want to say, of reckoning for the divine masculine. I really do feel that. I feel that Page of Swords energy in reversed that I showed you. This really is the masculine for sure, keeping a close eye on the feminine, whether it's through social media or mutual connections, but still hesitating to communicate. He is seeing you build your legacy, divine feminine. I think he's seeing you grounded, abundant, strong, and he feels like he's on the outside looking in. That's really what that feels like to me. And so the Judgment card is an awakening. This is like a pretty rude awakening, a reckoning. This is a call for the masculine to wake up, to step into accountability. And I do feel the divine masculine, particularly a water sign, I want to say, is coming through today. I do feel he's realizing while he's been holding back emotionally, while he's been withholding communication, the divine feminine is walking towards pursuing her dreams, pursuing her own happiness, building that stability, for herself, with or without the counterpart. And I do think this is a pretty pivotal moment for a lot of the divine masculines, because as the feminine chooses her path and chooses growth, realizing she can't stay stuck in the lack of action that this masculine is in, because that is a big form of the recreation of separation here. I just feel there's a divine feminine here fully stepping into her power. I do feel going towards fulfillment, regardless if the masculine chooses to join her on this path or not. This is single. This is independently owned and operated. This is somebody who's creating peace and abundance. This is somebody that has her life together. She's not out chasing. She's enjoying the solitude. She's really enjoying the finer things in life, I want to say. She wants and needs for nothing. And so I do feel this is a reminder for both of the counterparts coming through. We do need to walk away from these old patterns. It is a journey, I want to say, of focusing on self-love. That does ultimately bring that clarity and that growth for both of the counterparts. I do feel the feminine here is kind of shining the light, leading the way. And so, all right, if you find that this reading is for you, we're gonna kind of wrap it up, right? If you feel that this message is resonating with you and you feel like it's directly speaking to you and your journey, I do invite you to join me for the extended reading. In the extended, we're going to dive deeper into the divine masculine's energy. We're going to see what's truly going on below the surface here with the divine masculine. And then we are going to see what needs to shift for the divine feminine. We're going to look at guidance for both of the counterparts and how to navigate these challenges and what to expect in the coming weeks. So if you'd like to join me in the extended, you can find the link below to purchase it in the description box. And I do look forward to seeing you over there. If this is where you're leaving me, I send you love. I send you light on your journey. And I do look forward to seeing you next time.